There we go. So yeah, so in a stream marred with technical problems, as is my streams normally are, something will always go wrong, especially since I don't plan them out because I don't have the energy to do it all week. OBS crashing was not on my bingo card, I must say. So give me 1 second here. Going to pull up some wonderful music for y'all. And then we're going to go and I'm going to clean out this cart real fast. I want to test it to make sure it still works, like it legitimately works. Let's see here. We'll play some nice relaxing Paddle Wings music. How about that? Be right back. Hang tight. And we're abruptly back. Alright, so if I can't get this to work here, I'm just going to end the stream because it's getting late. Late for me, at least. Late for many of you, depending on where you are in the world. And see if this works here. Yeah, that's a result. So I just bought this, so I don't even know if the cart's good. There we go. Okay, so just need a little bit of cleaning. Mickey Mania. Actually, on the Super Famicom version of this, my friend Yellow Killer B, who has retired from streaming, and I miss her greatly for it, basically had like the world record for this game for a ridiculously long amount of time for speedrunning. And in the Japanese version, turns out like they went through and tried to improve and fix one or two things from the North American releases and just busted the game completely, just completely broke it. In my opinion, the Sega Genesis version is the best version overall. Actually, Sega CD, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. But the Super Famicom version, which I have in box, is just busted beyond belief. It is amazingly how broken this game is. There's like zips that you can do. You can go like zipping through like levels. Basically, you need to grab onto like a like a rope swing. You can go zipping through the level. Then Ulf's Black came through and he figured out how to, like, there was like two known warps in the game, and later on the guy who programmed this game revealed like why you have warps. It's basically to get around the whole bug testing stuff for the time. They're like, if the game crashed, you had to submit like bug fixes to fix it. He's like, nope, we're going to program it so if the level crashes for whatever reason, we're going to say it's a warp instead. So Ulf's Black figured out how to trigger the overflow to get the warp and just like destroyed like the time in this game, just like cut it down ridiculously. What's up, Nimix? Good to see you. But in my opinion, the Sega CD version is the most fun. It's got the most animations there to it. Sega Genesis is number 2 for speed and sound, and Super Nintendo's 3. Like I said, I own the Super Famicom version. I'm like, hey, it's on for sale today for $10. Picked it up. Yes, the Super Nintendo game with loading. Very unusual indeed. So basically, if you hit the cat and land like just perfectly like right here and hit the trigger animation for Steamboat Mickey to run away, for whatever reason that causes like an overflow in the memory, and the game, like the level crashes and it's a warp. It basically skips you to the next level. It's funny. Like I said, it's one of the crazy things we managed to, Old Splack managed to figure out why. I stumbled across it as a teen when this game came out. Yeah, Steamboat Willie, my bad. It's something completely different. But, Steamboat Mickey, yeah, that's what I said. Completely wrong. Not even close. I remember it happening as a kid. We couldn't figure out, like, why it wasn't consistent. It would happen sometimes, and we couldn't, replicate it always. Yes, exactly. I would agree. That's one of the things you have to look out for, especially like when I was learning SQL and Oracle SQL was like you have to be careful for overflows, because that's like a common exploit. It's one of the first exploits you check for like a database to try to break something. You can cause an overflow if they haven't like put in the measures to stop that, prevent you from getting access. It usually gives you access to everything in a computer or a database. It's crazy. So for those of you who may not be in the knowledge, to basically simplify something really, like keep it superly simple. Let's say Amazon, for example, they're expecting you to enter a value between 1 and 99 for how many you want to purchase. But you put in 100. Somehow it takes the 100. You'll cause an overflow, and that can just bring you access like to the the tree of the system right there. Like here's where everything is. Really? Not gonna give it a hitbox until then? Okay. Hopefully you're doing well, Nimbix. Played Columns earlier, the Sakura Tyson ones. Mollusk, hey, what's up? Rating with a party of 7. To watch my substandard gameplay. Oh, I'm sorry for all of you people. But welcome, I'm actually going to be ending my stream probably pretty soon, but probably within like 15 minutes or so. But welcome everybody, good to see y'all. I used to stream a lot more, but I unfortunately have to only stream on the weekends, just basically due to time constraints and job and so forth. But Saturdays and Sundays, now pretty much the days I stream, just have fun doing retro stuff. I always loved this effect. I was like, this was kind of really cool to see. It's like, wow, it's like 3D on the Super Nintendo. Yes, it's a Kingdom Hearts spin-off. This is like the prequel to it. Kingdom Hearts 0.734129 Alpha Hearts Dream Drop Edition Nightmare Super Fun-tastical, I don't know, whatever Nomura decides to think of, like when it's drug-fueled haze. Well, the Kingdom Hearts was like, okay, We have these games here, really? And then it's like, okay, we're gonna do like Kingdom Hearts 2.9, 2.8, Dream Drop Distance. You know, they just kept like coming up with like crazier names for it. It's like, just stop. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Just Stop Edition. How does stopping the cranes rescue Steamboat Stilly? Steamboat Stilly, I also can't talk. Steamboat Willie? Screw you, that's how. Yeah, he's ripping off toe. What can I say? But I was mentioning earlier, Yellow Killer Bee, friend of me and you and me, just like George of the Jungle, had the world record for the speedrunning for this game a long time. Japanese version, she found out it's like pretty broken, hilariously broken. And you can abuse it. And then Ults Black came along and he's like, I can continue to break this even more. And he did. And I don't think he streams anymore, but he had picked up this game, demolished it, and then moved on to Fantasia as a joke. I dared him like, hey, you should run Fantasia, which is kind of like, hey, you should play Batman Forever, which is things you should not do. And he ran with it, and like he got the world record for Fantasia for speedrunning. I'm like, that is a game that should never be played by anybody. I'm pretty sure The Hague has rules against it. United States military makes people in Gitmo play it. It's like, please stop, I will tell you everything. Yeah, so how the zips work in the Japanese version is you need to jump and then hit jump again exactly as you hit the rope. If you do it just right, like you just go flying across the screen, like right to the end of the level almost. But it's only the Japanese version that does it. What was the Mad Doctor 43? Hold your fire. Unit 731 edition. Oh god. Mickey Mouse's first vivisection. Wow, I'm terrible at this game, which is not surprising. This game is like surprisingly difficult. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, hitboxes in this game are also a little bit special, too. Oh man, I hated this one. I've forgotten the trick. I think it's hang out in the corner. Yeah, hang out opposite corner and duck. Well, at least I thought it was. And this is where we have Mickey's first pipe bomb. Oh, Mickey, why? You're not so fine. I mean, you could have been so fine, you could have blown my mind. I mean, hey, Mickey, but I mean, just... why? Yeah, I know, making noise, Cat. I'm sorry. Cat's like, why? Yeah, I'm old, coming from the man who's technically slightly a little bit older than me. I agree. Hey, Mickey. That was obligatory. You knew it was gonna happen. Where did I put it? No. Here it is, okay. I just remember that song being played on MTV non-stop. Because MTV was still a novel thing back at the time. Yeah, like, hey Ricky, you're so fine. Well, to be fair though, the Weird Al parody, which would come later on, was Hey Ricky, which was I Love Lucy spoof. So eventually it was right. So this is a game that I love the arcade port of, but the Super Nintendo port, Super Famicom port, it's got some problems. Heck jump. Yeah, okay, that should work. And I do own the Super Famicom version because I feel like it's too expensive. Last I looked. It sells for around anywhere between 30 to 50 bucks, American version. Yeah, I don't think the Super Nintendo version is 2-player. The arcade definitely was 2-player, because my brother and I played this game quite often at the arcade that we, that had it. I will steal your baguette. Now you have your companions, and they can hang out with you. And like the more you like have them with you, like they actually level up and get better. And here's the slowdown. Slowdown in this game gets ridiculously bad at points. You need to hold on to all of these swords in order to get the best ending. You get hit, you drop it, you don't go back and get it, you don't get the true ending. So you need to have the final magic sword to beat the game. Officially. I wonder if the later revisions changed that. But there are certain like companions you can get that are like really good. I think it's the white mage. It's either the white mage or the magician will actually like go shoot out like homing particles. Ninja's really good too. Yeah, this game could have like really benefited from some kind of acceleration chip, maybe an SA1 or something, I'm not sure. Which is kind of weird because you have games like Pilot Wings, which were launch games for the Super Nintendo. And Pilot Wings needed to have it in order to like play correctly. And if they knew that like it was going to be an issue where you wanted to have acceleration for certain things to do what they wanted to do, why didn't they just put the SA1 chip on the board? Dude! Jerk. Yes, this is the problem with this port. Massive slowdown. So, speaking of SA1 chips, there is a Brazilian modder who's actually adding in SA1 chip support to games that didn't have it. It's like through emulation it works. I think it also works through certain EverDrives. You can basically patch it up there and actually like, makes the games run really well. For example, I have Test Drive for the Super Nintendo, which runs at like 3 or 4 frames a second. It's terrible and unplayable. He got the game patched, so now it runs like 30 frames a second. And it's not just like a simple thing like, okay, just say this is like SA1 chip, whatever, go. It's like there's a lot of coding behind the scenes he has to do still. But he's making things work really well. He's also done, like, I know speed-ups for Castlevania 4, Gradius 3, and some other games as well that basically didn't have, like, the SA1 chip originally and added it in order, like, it definitely speeds it up. Like, certain things like Gradius 3, like, are now, like, they run full speed without any slowdown. It's quite impressive. Makes the game a lot harder, because everything like, man, I'm really good at this game, and then, like, I played it with the patched enhancements, I'm like, oh, I'm actually not good. Never mind. Level 3 ninja, thank you. Boss fight! Oh, get used to hearing that sound too a lot. You're near death. Why game designers thought it's great to put in a noise like this to constantly let you know that you're about to die, I don't know. If you ever run a diagnostic on a Dell computer, they have what I call the Simpsons "Everything is okay" alarm. Until you like get done with the diagnostic, it just keeps like yelling at you like really ridiculously loud tones, like, "Hey, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong." It's like, please stop. Oh, I get to hear it at work every day. Hold your fire, just about. I have about maybe 50 more laptops that I need to like run diagnostics on when I get back to work on Tuesday. Majority of them are okay, but every once in a while we get one with like a fan problem. And we have like the 5414s, which are like the latitudes. These are like the super terrain, like you can throw them off a 4-story building and they'll still like work type, you know, PCs. I think they were originally designed for like military use, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, we sell these to civilians and stuff, and we like they send them out for the company I work for does insurance, so they have like property adjusters and stuff like that need to go out in the field and take care of stuff, so they tend to get those ones from Dell, and they can take a beating. Both, really. It's really cool, those like the adjusters for like property adjusters and stuff like that. We actually send them out drones so they can like fly up the drones and take a look at the tops of buildings if they've been damaged in storms or whatnot. They're like, well, we don't want you guys climbing up buildings and ladders and stuff, so here's a drone to fly around. Hope you know how to figure it out. And every once in a while I'll get a request like, yeah, like, won't come back to us. It's like, it's been broken. Some guy flew into a tree or didn't know how to fly it right and crash. Not too common, though. I've only seen that happen once. Some levels in this game, actually, you can run backwards to the left, so... Pardon me, that's why I keep checking. I shall take your food. Ooh, it's the purple stuff from Sunny D commercials. It's a more prosaic horror story about a guy who ripped his van up with like a damn tin of sardines. This is a Batman. Was he like clinging to the side trying to stop some guy selling fear drugs? He's yelling something about hockey pads and he doesn't wear them. Worth it. I remember they released a port of this on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, because I have it. What was that? Calm down, come on. Everybody just cool out. But they released a port of this with Final Fight for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. And it's a pretty decent port. I should say it's an arcade, the arcade version port, not the Super Famicom, Super Nintendo port, because that'd just be silly. It's like, yes, we should port the version that has all this slowdown. Trust me, people will love it. They've been demanding it. Ironically, I was not planning on playing this long. I was like, okay, I'll just play it for a couple minutes here, just go to bed, because I need to get some sleep, because I have a hip injection at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I might be streaming tomorrow. I'll have to see how that goes. So I will not be working. They're like, do not go to work tomorrow. Like, take the day off. I need to like do nothing for like 12 hours to make sure that like the nerve anesthetic there has time to like take root. And like the steroids and everything else are pumping in there. See if it kind of calms down that nerve. It worked a little bit for the first time I had it done, for a couple days, and then like I hurt my back shoveling snow because nobody else in my family will do it because they're lazy as hell. Thankfully, winter is mostly over for us here. We're on to spring. But so it looks like this is just like an insurance required for this one. And then if this one gives me like even just like a little bit of relief, then they'll go through and work on either getting me a stimulator, which I do not want, because that's just going to require extra follow-up surgeries and maintenance and batteries to replace, which beep loudly. Like you'll have a beeping sound from inside your body, like every 30 minutes, is going beep. They'll let you know your battery's dying, so if they have a surgery to replace that, it's like, I don't need that nonsense. I don't need that bullshit. So the other option is just burn out the nerves and be done with it. It's like, yes, I will do that option, please. Destroy the nerves. And, yeah. Don't have to deal with it ever again. Don't have to deal with follow-up surgeries or stimulator nonsense or anything else. It's like, duh. Like I dropped one of the power-ups there, like the milk power-up, like right in the middle of the spears. Another boss fight. So, let's see here. So I've been buying some games because I suddenly have money, which is nice. I'm actually looking to buy an NZXT computer. Sent Nimex one of the builds for it. It's going to cost like $2,700 before tax. After tax, it's probably a good $3,000, I'm going to guess. But then I also bought some games, like, you know, at the local ripoff store, which was really funny. They got a copy of Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation back in, used, second run print, which is the best of collection. They're trying to sell for $45. The store, the ripoff store in town, keeps changing hands and owners, and whenever they get a new owner and they keep trying to think that certain games are more priced than others, it's ridiculous. When your game for PlayStation 1, that is a very common game that sold millions of copies worldwide, and there's not a shortage of it, and you think that a used copy of this game that sells for online with free shipping for like $10 or less is worth $45, you're insane. So apparently they have crazy people running it again, but one of the eBay auctions I put in for it actually came through as a complete in-box copy of Stargate for Super Nintendo. Sure, not being a bad game at all. Ooh, my ninja got upgraded. He's red now. Next upgrade, he's dresses in orange, yells "Datebayo" at the end of every single sentence, and he decides to just scream non-stop because ninjas are not known for their stealth whatsoever. Actually, I heard they finally killed him off. They killed off Naruto in the comics finally. Naruto dead. They have the typical shonen problem where it's like the escalation issue for shonen comics is always a big problem. Where it's like, okay, you have your character literally take down a god. He's strong enough to do that. Then where do you go? At what point, like, how can you stop that escalation? Bleach ran into that problem too. Constantly, Naruto like ran into that problem at the end. And then like, okay, well that's all done. We're gonna follow his son, Boruto, because we can't think of anything there really good. Stories really sucks. People were not liking it. It was too slow paced. It was just dumb. Didn't make sense. Kishimoto, I think was his name, finally decided to go back into the series. He's like, okay, listen, we gotta get... It's funny because the running joke for Boruto is like, hey, they should make a manga based off this Hokage guy with like Naruto, because he's really cool. He's like super strong. He's got this demon inside of him. He's like far interesting character. They should make it like an anime about this guy or a manga about him. And it's like, well, yeah, there it is. It was a long-running series. Joke, haha, how funny it is to laugh. So Kishimoto's like, yeah, we gotta kill him off. We gotta get him out of the story because people are still identifying with him. Was he already to go to bed already? Not at all, Nibix. Actually, I need to do the same, but I'm just waiting to hit a game over because, like I said, back injection in the morning. So I'm going to be trying to stream again. I have no guarantee. I am actually modding my Wii U tomorrow, so finally getting around to doing that. Hopefully I'll stream a little bit later. Yeah, no 1CCs in this game for me. Or any game, really. So we'll see where it goes. If I manage to stream, I'll post it up on my Twitter, of course, but just keep an eye out there. Just stand there like an idiot. Good job, dude. Okay, so you cannot short hop. Got it. I'll make it 416 at least. I want to say there's 50 levels to this game, I think. And there are certain like shortcuts you can take, like certain routes you can go, which will make it a lot faster. But I think this is like still another one where it's like, okay, you can get like secret endings if you get everything. You have to like go every single floor. Yeah, you have to go every single floor in order to get like the true sword, I think, like the final sword to beat the game. It's a crazy requirement. It's one of those arcade screw you things, kind of like Ghosts and Goblins. It's like, hey, congratulations, you beat the game. Do it again, sucker. Then we'll finally get to the true ending. It's like, why do you hate me? That's why I step back from the doors. Yeah, my guy's maxed out, I'm pretty sure. It's like, I'm on my last life too. Come on. 18. Must keep my sword. Yay! Yeah, but it was bound to happen anyway. Like I said, I'm not really that good at this game. It's definitely one I play on emulator from time to time, but thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it, especially since I only get to stream every once in a while now. So, of course, shout out to Hold Your Fire, Nimix, let's see, was it Ryan is Retro as well for showing up. Mollusk for the raid, cool as well. And, of course, any lurkers, you are always welcome on my channel. I don't have a set time to stream anymore. It's usually around 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time onward. Usually on Saturdays or Sundays now. It used to be every other day, but it's Saturdays or Sundays because I'm just usually too wiped out from work. My job makes me walk around a whole lot, 5 to 6 miles a day, so it gets pretty demanding and tiring. I usually sleep when I get home. So usually the weekends are when I stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but if I do, just keep an eye out on my Twitter, which is Wurzel555. If I do stream, I'm not sure what I'll be playing, as I mentioned. Lots of things I want to play, I just don't have the time to do them. So, yeah. I might do some more Ninja Gaiden. I've been wanting to play that too. I'm not sure if I want to play some Ninja Gaiden 2 or some 3, just kind of do a pseudo speed run, just to kind of keep it a little bit more fresher in my brain. Bayonetta 2 is probably going to fall by the wayside, unfortunately. It's just too much demanding of a game to play and hold up onto, especially when I'm trying to work and so forth. Which really makes me sad, but I do miss that game, but we'll figure it out. So keep an eye on my Twitter, and we will see what happens next time if I stream. If not, I will see you back on either Saturday or Sunday. Have a good one. Oh, and Bravely Default 2, terrible game.